Yo, what up, Coach?
Anyway, what's going on? We live.
I got my.
I'll be back. We doing a podcast or some shit.
We live. Never on time, but we here.
Anyway, Lamar, what
This
you
time,
talking
this time
about?
was my fault. This time was my fault.
It's literally almost always.
It's not always my fault.
And it's usually your fault.
60% of the time it's your fault.
It's not.
The vast majority of the time, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all
Okay,
not gonna keep
let's
laying
go.
the blame
Do
on
intros.
me.
Yeah, blame race.
Anyway.
Hashtag blame race.
Welcome to OmegaSquad podcast episode 18. Yeah.
Blame Rice 2018.
Y'all not gonna be blaming me.
Blame
again.
race.
But anyway, I'm your host. And we're gonna get a few topics today.
You're our host too.
I'm always the
You be
host.
fucking up.
You
You want to do it right, nigga? Let's go.
Anyway, go, Holland.
No.
We doing
Back
this.
to the beginning. Let's do it right. I'm
Yeah.
your host who? Come on, nigga. Come on. You know better.
We doing
I'm
this,
your
Stop
host,
fucking up.
aka Mr. Rice Master.
Thank you.
Aka Rice.
niggas.
Niggas.
And please.
Anyway, introduce yourself. We're gonna start with my man Holland.
No, we not. I go last. You know this.
No, you go
Stop
now.
fucking up.
You
Stop
go
it.
now.
Stop it.
When did that? We
Going
wait.
now.
What?
I'm
go
going to
now,
get something to
nigga.
eat anyway. All right.
Yo, he gonna dip? Yo, he a mess. Anyway, yo, Riff nigga. Anyway, all right, introduce yourself, Riff, since you never show up until like randomly.
It's the big nigga riff nigga.
My nigga.
we can say that last one. My nigga, and it just leaves.
I'm done.
Yusuf, come on, man.
That's all you got?
That's it.
That's all I got right now.
That's all he needs.
All right, what I miss?
All right, Kenny,
Nothing
introduce
yet.
yourself.
How you doing? It's Mayor Kenny here, Kenny Travers, aka Cody Sucks, aka I got cookies and milk. I'm happy tonight.
Wow.
But yeah, Summer Jam is coming up. Hopefully, I get to see a bunch of y'all. Some of y'all. I love seeing all y'all. So I like smelling all y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So with that being said, make sure to watch your girl when you're there.
And wash your ass.
Wash your girl. Yeah. In the first order, wash your ass and then wash your girl. You know what I'm saying?
You said wash your girl.
No, I said watch. Watch.
That's how he said wash.
Oh, I mean, if y'all take showers together, that's cool.
Man, it's always cool.
So why can't you do both?
That's right. Make sure y'all wash each other. Rub a dub dub.
Like Teddy Pendergrass said.
Anyway,
You wash my body.
the wild card.
Who's
Yusuf.
that?
I
me?
need the nicknames. You should give me all the nicknames.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
I didn't think about it. This is a star, aka what you got in them jeans, aka 200 date, aka future tight vest, shiny chest, aka
Yes.
AKA Bardock in the Dream.
aka Burdock in the dream, change
Time
the
for the
freaking team, gang 18, gang shield don't work, man down, pimping the
AKA hands are always on the sword.
aka hands on the sword, black on black crime.
AKA right hand on the sword at all times.
This nigga, y'all just fucking everything out line.
Black on black crime is 2H time.
Black on black crime.
Black on black.
That's a good one, actually. Yeah, I might take that one.
I might steal that just for. I don't
Black
even.
on black crime 2H time. Wow.
That's pretty good.
All right, doppelganger.
That's pretty
Lamar.
All right, doppelganger, let's go.
Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yeah. Oh, I ain't that creative. This is
A clone I forgot to dispel.
He's taking his mind. He's taking on a mind of his own now. I've lost all control. I don't know.
Yo, can we-
anymore.
Introduce
Hey,
yourself.
this is Negro Tool, aka Papa O'Toole, aka the dude your mom told you not to worry about. And
Oh, Big Papa, aka Freaking the Sheets, aka
Yo,
Your mom told you not to worry about.
yeah,
Ooh,
your mom told you
Watch
don't worry
your
about.
girl. Your mom.
Watch your mom. Wow.
aka We Get Moms Too.
aka age is nothing but a number. And getting down to nothing but a thing.
AKA crippled kids watching mom.
AKA Asian number. Don't say that on the podcast.
Okay, I cannot be like.
This man said AKA Asian number. Please don't say that on the podcast.
Oh man, you missed it. You missed the real sick one. AKA crippled kids watching mom.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And-
Yo!
And then the penny finally drops. The penny finally drops for Rice. Anyway, you know who it is. Squad leader, OmegaSquad in the building.
He waited.
It's your boy Nitro. Hashtag I'm Holland. Hashtag wash your ass. Hashtag Summer Jam 12.
Y'all heard Smile talking shit about OmegaSquad.
Hashtag believe in Omega.
Oh
I'm
god.
gonna ask you, is your man's watching this right now?
I don't know.
Hashtag we are in control. Hashtag whack ass hashtags.
Wow.
Anyway,
Oh my
what
god.
we got today? Right.
There's a couple quick hits, like Hey, y'all check that Jump Force game first of all?
Yeah, the one from
Yeah,
E3.
it looks like shit. What do you want?
I saw a couple videos.
Yeah, I ain't really like catch all of it like that, but
It's going to be dead eventually.
I feel like hood niggas need something to play, and this is it.
y'all
You say that's for the
Yeah,
hood
right.
niggas?
Between that and Madden and 2K and Call of Duty, this might add to it.
Yeah, this is gonna definitely.
Luffy versus Naruto, I'm getting it.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
Yo,
have-
dog, that Kill la Kill game looks like 50 times better.
Yes, it does.
you know,
It do.
and that's the thing about it. It's like
And it's the same kind of game.
I got the anime hood niggas that work at my job, and they literally hype as hell about it.
Anime hood niggas.
anime hood niggas.
Yo, man, everybody know they local anime hood nigga.
Yeah, we do. Yo, man, you have to.
Man, shout out to RDC World, yo.
And
Yo.
odds are, if you don't know the local anime hood nigga, then you are the local anime hood nigga. And you just haven't found the rest of your brethren yet.
They out there, man.
You know what's the most frustrating part about what Holland said? I can't disagree.
No.
Oh.
What's
No.
the outline for the day?
Jump Force was one.
Jump Force. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be something for people to play casual. Just like the anime.
It's going to eventually die, in my opinion. But
Yeah,
It's gonna be the shit. You know at cons it's gonna be the shit for tournaments.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
The biggest tournament going to be Otacon.
Probably.
Oh yeah,
That's probably it. Because I don't think any real like FGC tournaments is going to pick that up. Just
We
like
never-
one of them pick up Ultimate Naruto Ninja
we
Storm
don't
or whatever.
we
the
don't
fuck.
pick up any of that ass. Yeah, we never pick any of that
Or
stuff.
Xenoverse.
Universe.
And you know, my fucking retarded little brother is just going to be like, I'm the best at Jump
yeah,
Force. and nobody's
unfortunately,
gonna care.
I can't. Xenoverse is not serious because I will have
You're
my
offended?
character.
Must be true.
I will have my character in my arsenal all day.
Oh, Arsenal niggas?
7 niggas in a car.
Hood niggas.
7 niggas jump out like a clown car.
Yo, man. Joe, you'll pick you up for a teammate or some shit.
I'm upset that the Ginyu Force is bad.
Speaking of,
Anyway, next up.
Next up, Tira coming to Soul Calibur 6. Yeah.
I'm hearing
What
she's just a
unexpected-
pre-order bonus, which is
The-
kind of ass.
Sound like cost
So-
Tekken bullshit.
Let me
Yeah,
finish.
Bandai Namco actually put out a statement on why that happened and what the decision was,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
which I thought was pretty cool. I appreciate the transparency on why that happened.
What they say. What they say.
Yeah, what they say.
Don't know.
They said it was an executive decision, and she has one of the hardest to design rigs in the game because her sword is so unique, or her weapon is so unique, or something like that.
The
That's
fucking
cool.
hula hoop.
Yeah, but it's a lot to animate, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing pre-order bonus to give it more time to flesh out, the character design.
So they're not reusing old animations like they've been doing with Tekken for years.
So, here,
Hey.
hey, sir.
That sounded really bitter, but all right.
That sounded
Right.
like
You shut up.
someone is not.
Yeah,
like-
so basically what they said, and I quote, about Tira, having her in Soul Calibur 6 needed some pretty complicated adjustments. So much that she really didn't nearly make the cut for the roster. After we had the announced Soul Calibur 6, a lot of fans asked for Tira. So I went to see the development team and asked them to put her in the game, so that's why she isn't in the main roster and is DLC. Having her as part of the Season Pass in Elect Day 1 was the result of a lot of internal discussion and debate within the company. As for the timing of the reveal, the pre-orders for the Season Pass started yesterday, and since she's a Season Pass bonus, we had to make both announcements at the same time. Opinions do differ widely about these announcements. I personally think we should have been more careful about the way we would have announced this.
Uh-huh.
So they are giving some perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good to know.
That's yeah, basically, it's people like, hey, we want it. They're like, hey, we can give it to you, but she won't be canon at all, really.
You know,
But
like, she's
she'll
not
be
gonna
here.
be free.
She's not gonna
Yeah,
be.
that too.
She'll be here though.
But you know, whatever. Like people can be mad, but they gonna. But if you like Soul Calibur, you're gonna get it anyway. So whatever.
Right.
Said about 5 until I took that shit back.
Oh man,
Yeah, right. And Tira's pre-ordered bonus DLC. This game's ruined now. Like no.
you don't
I mean,
understand.
if you bought Soul Calibur 5, you don't even have a right to complain anymore.
No, I think they do only because they know how like cheap she was. So people are like having like war flashbacks.
No, I
about
mean
how
like
bad
if,
the game was, and then
if you were willing to put up with that piece of shit that was Soul Calibur 5,
Damn.
then the fact that Tira is a pre-order bonus DLC character shouldn't even faze you. Like, what are you complaining for?
Yep,
And that's all I had to say about that.
that's all I have to say too.
All right, Holland Gump.
All I'm saying is,
Holland,
All I have to say about that. Jenny.
life is like a box of chocolate.
they told me in Lee Fang.
You never know what characters you're gonna get.
Yeah, told me in Lee Fang, aka Chun-Li of DOA.
How would you know? You don't play that game.
Damn sure don't.
I played it a little bit.
No, the fuck you did.
I said a little bit, literally, like just picked up and played a few games, and that's it. But
Right, sell us another one, dog. Like, take that back.
I played.
Okay.
I played 4 for about 2 years.
Return that to sender.
Tommy looks really good.
I remember playing 4. Yo, 4 was my 4.
Yeah,
I actually had fun with 4 because I was using the Xbox's ability to like replace the music with whatever's on your hard drive. So I was like, Kasumi beating people's ass to MF Doom. That shit was great.
Yeah,
But the game was kind of shitty though. So 5 was a lot better.
Really, I never really compared the two. I wasn't really into 5.
Yeah, 5 was pretty good.
Hold on.
No, but yeah, I feel like it's she looks pretty like neutral.
Dead or alive, my 5.
Yeah, one that's basic radar.
I wish I could say more, but yeah.
Technical ability was probably the better one out of all of them.
Which one?
Number 3.
Until 5.
Wasn't that the one where the final boss was like some one winged John?
The Tengu Bull?
No,
Yeah,
it wasn't Tengu. It was you fought him on an angle.
Yeah, I hated that. I hated that fight.
Certain moves.
Yeah, well, you know, y'all Xbox boys, y'all know better than me.
Don't you got the VCR in the basement right now?
The what?
The VCR?
The VCR.
That's the
Xbox, nigga.
Xbox, nigga.
Not the original, not the X brick,
You.
I still actually have mine.
not Halo box.
I had one.
And Riff it was Genra.
Genre, yeah.
Oh, Jinrai. Yeah, I know who that is.
He was still random.
But yeah, like the only Xbox I have now is my 360 around here somewhere, and then I have like the big paperweight.
I'm gonna say who has a 360 anymore?
The
I
foundation
still
brick.
have 2 of them.
But you're basically a TO though, so that's like understandable. Like, yo, Rice, we need another Xbox. All right, got you. Scoop.
What we playing on Xbox?
I don't know, but back in the day,
Marvel 3.
No, on PS3. I mean PS4.
Yeah.
Good old days. I missed it.
Unless y'all running the gear.
Oh yeah, I got a thought that we gonna hold till later. But anyway, what we got up next? We got anything else?
All right, the main topics now, really. All right, Lamar.
Take it away, homie.
Take it away, Lamar.
I'm gonna do easy, and then we're gonna work our way up to bull stuff. So the easy stuff is DLC and season 2. Season 2. First, Anna.
I mean, just to preface this, you talking about Tekken, right?
I know.
Like,
I'm talking about Tekken Tokyo Masters event that happened like last weekend, I think. Yeah, last weekend.
Yep.
And I want to do the reason why I want to do the DLC stuff before I do tournament, actually, because tournament was actually interesting, and it's not straightforward versus DLC, which is literally like, hey, here's a few questions real quick. Anna looks the same. Anna is like, I feel like Smash basically said the best. She's an echo fighter. She fights like Nina, more or less, just slightly different properties on her moves, and her rage drive is different. However, she literally fights exactly the same, almost. They even have like the old school like bitch slap thing. Like if Nina does hers, Anna can literally do hers off of reaction if you time it right, and y'all can go back and forth doing no damage. Lei Wulong, they did so much to him. Lei Wulong is going to have basically all the moves from Tag 2, which is perfect. On top of that, he has people are upset by how he looks like clothes wise, which I'm like, that's really a petty reason not to like be excited about it. And on top of that, all of his moves transition within themselves, like literally like Lei Wulong should be played. Now, when it comes down to the mechanics, season 2 is actually going to be a season 2. They're adding the new wall bounce mechanic to the game. Everyone did not get one. Only certain characters will get wall bounce. Not everyone's going to get one. However, everyone did get new moves, well, not new moves, but they got their original command list tweaked a little bit. So, for example, Master Raven, she's a back turn character. She has an armor back turn move now, which is terrifying when you think about it. Because like, I'm gonna interrupt you because your back is turned. No, you're not. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Thought it was my turn. So that's that point right there. It's like real easy, real simple. Everyone's moves are changing in some kind of way. So you can literally go knock them in the air, 1-2, wall bounce, and then basically knock them against the wall for like a wall splat. So combos are changing as well. It's going to be really interesting to see what else, like what other rule changes are going to happen when the patch notes come out. The sucky thing about it is all of these changes are happening like in 2 weeks, and then CS and then SCR is literally the next week.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I'm sorry, the 4 days. I'm sorry, not even next week. 4 days later, SCR.
Well, they might run on the old one.
No, they won't. We'll see.
They said they won't.
Most likely, they won't. It's 4 days to get the systems updated. Push coming to shove, the TOs will know what to do. But
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
don't know what to do. But that's the like kind of like bad timing part of it because it's literally in the middle of the tour. No one saw this coming. Yeah, we were all thinking like everyone was thinking because of the timing of most of the DLC. Everyone's thinking, all right, cool. This is going to be all the way in. This is going to be all the way in. Like next year. That's what we're all thinking. But no, they were like, no, we're trying to do this within like the next few weeks, which is like hilarious, but also like terrifying when you think about it. All right, on to this tournament. Now, I'm not this because it created so many headaches. Because Nee ended up winning, but Nee ended up winning with Lily, who is a B to low A tier character. And everyone was like, oh my goodness, see, there's no such thing as tier lists. See, tier lists don't mean anything.
Fuck out of here.
Tier lists are actually important in this game. So don't let anyone go, oh no, tiers are it's just a mindset. Like, no, she is not that good of a character. She, like the person who was playing her, oh, he's phenomenal. He was using basic fundamentals, using a lot of Lily's safe moves that are like real shenanigan-y and bullcrappy. And then from there was like, all right, I'm going to also utilize the fact that Lily doesn't just sidestep. Lily sidesteps and dips her whole shoulder to the way she's going. So if a lot of like Devil Jin's like real good shenanigans are like real like high or mid stuff, Lily's whole upper body moves out of the way. So her stepping can literally she'll be behind Devil Jin off of one sidestep. So he was literally going, I'm just going to do a few buttons and sidestep whenever I feel like you want your turn. And I'm going to deny it to you and then just like punish you. For it. Basically, that's all he was doing. And it was like interesting because I was like, wow, he's not even, the first time he did it, we were all like, oh, he's bullcrap and he just wanted to go to losers. He went to losers. He did, first he did Lily and then he did Katarina. He lost and he went to losers. I'm like, wow, that was just a waste of time. And then when it comes down to it, he ends up going all the way through loses bracket with like random sort of most likely Shaheen, I think, but then gets the grand finals and then runs Lily and goes crazy. Swept him the first time, and then no round Brown like 2 more times. So I'm like, what did I just watch? And it was just, I think at the end of the day, it was just unfamiliarity. Because I wish I was there when they interviewed him, but it was unfamiliarity. Like, it's like, you don't know what to do against Lily. And that's the cool thing about, picking somebody and going, my fundamentals are good enough that I can pick this character who has a few things that basically beat Double J. So that's what he did. He basically used the character that had really good tools against this particular character, but besides like the tools she has that makes her really good, she is still not that good of a character because there's people who do what she does but slightly better, but no one had that sidestep game like her. That's literally why I think he did it. That's literally what, like, me and the Tekken people talked about it. And that's why he did it. He did it just to like go, all right, I'm gonna just use the tools that she has. With my experience, I should be able to win. And he did. However, this does not change the fact that tier lists are not a thing. Tier lists are exactly a thing. Last thing I wanted to talk about is everyone's asking, how do I get into Tekken? Because season 2 is coming up, and when I was at localhost yesterday, there were a few people who were like, yo, I want to start playing Tekken, and I sat them down, and like they were literally trying to play. I'm like, okay, cool. And it dawned on me, like, I know the perfect way to learn this game. To learn, if you want to play Tekken, then go play Tekken. It sounds crazy because everyone's like, no, but I want to learn the competitive way of doing it. This game has no combo standard. For example, Marvel has a combo standard. You'll do like you get in light mediums and like you'll go S when you get a hit or something like that. For this game, there is no combo standard. It is literally just, yo, if you get a hit and you knock them in the air or you knock them on the floor or something like that, follow up with something. There's no combo standard. So just have fun with the game first. Once you have fun with the game and you see yourself like literally being drawn to play it more because you're having fun with it, then learn it. Because if you're learning something that's fun to you, you'll do better at it. If you're learning something just to learn it, just because it's something to do, you're going to get more frustrated with it. So just pick a character, but not just any character, but pick a character that's roughly just, hey, this guy looks kind of cool. I'll play him. Damn, he's actually kind of hard. Let me pick somebody else. And like, just get comfortable. And if you see yourself still wanting to play this game a week after you started playing it, then you learn movement. Then you learn notations. Then learn other things about your character. Like, don't just sit back and go, I need to learn how to do King's death roll because it looks so cool. Like, no, you will literally lose. You will lose so much and get so frustrated and go, this game is too hard. Tekken is not hard. It's just not easy. And as like flip-floppy as that, no, that's the best way to describe it. Tekken is not a hard game, but it is not easy to just pick up and play. It's any fighting game. It's actually any fighting game ever. But like Tekken is a lot of fun. It's a tall order for Tekken. Tekken's a tall order. But when you get it, it's just like, I'd rather you get comfortable playing at your pace versus at playing at a pace you're just being forced to play at. So with season 2, I really recommend people just play the game, enjoy themselves, and then play it at your level. Or play it at your pace, at your pace. When you play it at the pace you're comfortable with, then it's going to be easier and more enjoyable to learn the game later. Because it's like I said, I showed Ken when I was like not that knowledgeable about the game. I showed Kenny how to play a little bit, and he picked it up relatively easy. So people who play fighting games, they can easily pick this game up. It's just when you learn how to move around and like when you learn how like to block certain things or how to duck highs, that's when it starts getting to like the intermediate level where you're like, I'm actually learning this now. So that's everything about Tekken right now. I feel like season 2 is going to be interesting. It's like the moves changing and like basically an ultra Ultra Tekken or Arcade Edition or whatever you want to call it. I feel like this Tekken Season 2 is perfectly fine enough. I don't think the tier lists are going to change that much either, but we'll find out in 2 weeks.
Okay.
I'm sorry for being very monotonous about it, but I'm also trying to, I'm kind of tired.
You're the Tekken man in here, so
I'm sorry. I'm not really. I don't have a whole lot of jokes like Kenny.
But yeah, anything anybody want to add to that? Because now we can just move on to the next one.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Oh, it's all boring. Oh, now I feel bad.
Nah, sometimes it gets like that, man. You have to explain shit to people.
It was just because it was overly technical, and then people were like, "No, I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna run Kuma because I saw the dude do it. And I'm gonna do it."
This shit is not easy. You can't just run some dumb shit on somebody. The person that knows what to do. You ain't gonna get away with the nonsense. So, yeah. But anyway, so to the next topic at hand. Mr. Rob TV released the video.
Oh, where's Howard?
Explaining his opinions on why American Street Fighter 5 players and the region in general is kind of crappy, I guess you can say, compared to Japan and stuff like that. Did everybody see the video?
I've heard nothing but controversy and like hate.
Now, Kenny, you seen it, right?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
So let me hear your thoughts on it.
Well, I'd like to preface it by saying that he said this conversation took place at Evo. Evo is not a place, in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion, where you go to improve. You go to play to see how far you can get and possibly win the shit. Okay? So he was talking about the difference in training compared to Japan and US and how we don't want it enough, or et cetera, et cetera. Now, I personally think, and this goes from, the bottom to the top, okay? In order to win a local, you have to practice. In order to win a major, you have to win locals. In order to win Evo, you have to win majors. That's just the way I look at it. Okay? Because a lot of people that have placed well at Evo have done well at locals, majors, et cetera, regionals, online tournaments, whatever. So for Rob TV to say this just sounds kind of like almost like frustration of where he might be at compared to other places, like other regions like Dominican Republic, Japan, China, Singapore, whatever the case may be. I think he should focus on why he loses more than I think it's Street Fighter 5 because this is what we're talking about, Street Fighter 5.
Yep.
Even though it can transition over to other games.
Yeah.
But mainly, unfortunately, we talk about just Street Fighter 5 right now. He should focus on himself first instead of training with others. If that I don't know if that sounds mean or not. But I think you have to worry about yourself before you can worry about others. Because, for example, if you have some tech and you share it with everybody else, then what tech do you have? You know what I mean? So it's like I think you should worry more so about yourself, and then you can help others. Because if you're on the same level as others, you can't help others. But if you're above others and you know something, you can teach them something so they eventually get to your level. So when I saw the video, I was like, okay, I understand why he feels this way, but I don't think he's the player in particular to be feeling this way for, I don't know, because it felt like he wanted to make that video for a while. You know what I mean?
He definitely seemed
pretty sure he did. He was getting something off his chest.
Yeah, so I mean, it's cool to feel that way, but at the same time, you gotta worry about yourself instead of your surroundings. You gotta worry about what you can do for yourself, and then press from that. In my opinion, I could be wrong.
I think we should say a few examples that he gave in the video. Personally, me, I watched it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I'll be honest. I watched it. It's a 16-minute video. I saw about 11 minutes, 30 seconds. 11 minutes, 30 seconds.
That should be enough.
So as I was watching, of course the title was clickbait.
Oh yeah.
But personally, I like Rob, so I was like, let me see about, because I talked to him briefly before I went to my pool, so I gave him enough. Like, Rob don't seem the type to just shit on American FGC, so let me just give it a try. So as I was listening to him, he was talking to I forgot the Japanese player he was talking to, but he was saying that the way they do casuals and train in Japan is different from America. America is I don't think it's a fair comparison, but I see what he's trying to. I understand what he's trying to say, but he's trying to say that instead of doing sets and just saying, "All right, good game," and then you worry about yourself, he wants to do something he called theory fighter. So you will actually communicate after the set of what you did, why this didn't work, this will work. What would happen if I do this instead of this, or what approach should I take, or how should I, what mindset should I have in going to this match, a specific match, stuff like that. So he's saying that America is more focused on themselves, that we get too salty, and to the point that we don't take criticism enough to make ourselves better. In my opinion, he's being a little biased because Japan also have salty people. Don't make it seem like everyone in Japan is humble. They all the same. If that's the case, they would bring the whole nation over here. We just would not win.
Yeah, this is the conversation that you and I had about it. Yusuf, and those were like a lot of the points that I was making.
Right. So me and Holland was talking about it, and Holland brought. I don't know Japan, which does Holland do, but Holland brought up the point that Japan is a small place, so of course they're gonna run into the same people every time, and of course they're gonna get comfortable with each other to the point that they're gonna of course they're gonna talk, they're gonna communicate.
Yeah, they're gonna become friends and share tech, because they're all
right there.
They're all less than 2 hours away from each other.
Yeah, it's not like I go to name any tournament, final round, and then all of a sudden I'm just going to sit next to a dude, and I'm
from
just
Atlanta.
From Atlanta. I don't know this dude, and I'm just going to speak my heart out to this dude, like, yo, man, I might fuck around and say, oh, I see a top player that I know that plays my character. I ask for some advice, something like that. But I'm not going to just random dudes and want to do that. I mean, that's just my personality. But I see what he's saying. Like, he gave another example. He said Knuckle Doodle doesn't. You don't see Knuckle Doodle unless it's top for him. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Let it go.
Knuckle Doodle don't show up to a tournament unless he's about to play. You don't see him because he's focused. Same thing with Cool Kid. That's two of his examples. We're more focused on, he call it being popular, taking pictures, getting drunk, shit like that. We're not focused on getting better as a community.
Well, you want to say something, Holland? Because I'll follow up.
Yeah, well, what you went, freaking Yusuf went, my turn.
All
right. So I have a couple things to say about that as far as that's concerned. First off, when you're talking about majors, here's the difference. Here's the big difference that I think that Rob doesn't necessarily understand, and one of the major things about it. First off, the grass always greener on the other side. Like, it always looks better looking on the outside looking in than being able to appreciate. It's always easier to look at somewhere else and be like, oh, this place has this, why don't we have that? Or something like that, than it is to appreciate what you got.
Thank you.
That's first of all. I'm not saying that there's no difference between the Japanese FGC and the American FGC, because there's a lot of differences, but a lot of that is not anybody's fault, and a lot of it isn't really particularly to either country's benefit. Like, Japan is super congested.
Yep.
Everybody's in it. It has like half of the population of the USA. It's about 1/27th of the size. So there's a big geographical reason that we can't all get together and share tech and run sets and all become close friends and shit like that, because a lot of the top players live all over the country. In Japan, top players may live all over the country, but they're all, less than a 2-hour train ride from each other. So it's not the same situation.
Just to give you an example, like I see, for example, people like Knuckle Dude, Rob TV, maybe 3 to 4 times a year, where I'm pretty sure Daigo and Mago or whoever see each other like 3 times a week.
Yeah, they see each other. They can see each other every week if they want to, because that's the reason that Japan has and still has their whole arcade culture with like Topanga and all that stuff, where everybody can meet up in this one central location. All the top players can meet up in this one location and play.
Play all fucking day.
And play as long as they want to. So it's something that Japan has location-wise that America can't really match as far as that's concerned. Because if I want to go get some tech from some West Coast players, I got to take a plane trip.
That's been
or they got to come here
or play online where we have shitty internet infrastructure. So like it's just not convenient. And at the end of the day, video games is a hobby. But at the same time, one of the big advantages that America has that Japan doesn't is that their close proximity to each other oftentimes ends up with all of them playing the same way or coming up with one answer in the different styles of play. So America, seeing as we're like kind of separated into our own separate FGCs, does have the potential to come up with a lot of different answers and a lot of different styles. And when we do come together, be, kind of exposed to a lot of different kinds of play styles that doesn't really happen in Japan, because in Japan, places like Japan, Korea, they play so much together that even though they may end up being the best overall, they're also very similar with each other because they're all very familiar with each other, and they're all learning off of each other. So there are advantages to playing in America that you don't get in Japan as well. But here's the biggest thing. It's not an added, neither of those situations, neither of those differences are an attitude problem. A lot of people don't realize, especially when they don't go to other countries and when they don't have access to the large populations of another country, or they don't study another country and their culture, and they're just looking at the couple of different examples. What a lot of people don't realize is that people are fucking people. No matter where you go on this earth, human beings are human beings. There's salty people, there are selfish people, there are kind people, there are people who will share your tech, who will share tech. There are smart people, there are people who are godlike at video games, and that's a very, very small percentage of a population. Any population you point to. So the fact that Japan has all their arcades where all their players can get together and develop together means that they have a higher concentration of top players than there is in America. And when you go out to majors, people go out to majors basically for a vacation.
Facts.
Like, I'm not going out there to grind. I'm not going out there to participate in a local. I'm not going out there to have like a local grind session.
You're going out there to live your best life.
I'm going out there to have fun and to compete.
And like, not come back and forth with niggas.
Generally, the whole
half the damn time we're running it. So
yeah, seriously.
Well, that's us. But yeah, the mentality among top players isn't necessarily we got to train to beat Japan next year when we going to see them. Is we're training to win Summer Jam. I'm here to win Summer Jam. I'm here to win whatever event I'm at. Like, they're here to win, and if they drown in pools or if they lose in top 8, then they're out there. Then they're there to like have fun and chill with their friends.
Yeah.
And people they haven't seen in a while. So like generally the time to train and the time to grind it out is everything leading up to an event. And the fact that there are top players all over the place means that you can't get together with those other top players to grind that out. The point is, it's not anybody's fault that it's like that. Like, it's just a difference between America and Japan. So to like say that, our mentality is a certain way, or because, I can't get nobody to run casuals with me at Evo. Like, dog, it's Evo. Like, nobody's here to play casuals and nobody's here to grind it out. This is we at the dance trying to show off what we've already learned. We're not here to.
Yeah, that's like being at the Super Bowl and being like, yo, y'all want to run a scrimmage?
Yeah, exactly. Like, nobody's running scrimmages at the Super Bowl.
I got a question. Was that Rock TV's first Evo?
Huh?
Is that Rock TV's first Evo?
I don't know. It could
I think it was.
All right. Let me go ahead. Sorry.
But here's the main thing. Here's the main takeaway that I think that Rock is missing. Every place has its problems, dog.
Yes, they
everywhere. Sure, Japan may seem better for FGC people in some respects. It definitely is more convenient, but don't think that that Japan doesn't have its scrubs or its Saudi people and its FGC drama and all that. Like, one thing that's good about America that they don't have in Japan is they don't have even the sheer number of tournaments we do.
Oh man,
I don't know if y'all like. I don't know if people peep that, but most of their tournaments are literally just like local collection Rambat type of things. They may have like 1 or 2 big tournaments a year. We have 1 or 2 big tournaments every couple of months.
Yep. I mean, the tournaments they've had that are like huge are the cons they have there, which are very few compared to America. They have the Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, they have Togeki.
Last year, yeah, exactly. They have Togeki. They have the Topanga League. They used to have SBO. Wow, SBO, that's old.
SBO is Togeki, same thing.
Oh yeah, sorry. But at Tokyo Game Show, they had 300 people from Japan for a tournament. So it's like that's kind of like their show.
Yeah, and that's but peep this. A lot of our smallest majors have over 300 people.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
So you're like 300 people, and that's like huge for Japan. That's like nothing for an American major.
Not at all. If anything, that's low for us.
That's low, yeah.
And the Japanese players come here because you can't put money towards a pot and actually play for the money over in Japan because it's illegal and it's considered gambling over there. Yeah. So they can't even do the same kind of tournaments. Like, they have Evo Japan and they're trying to make that big, but Evo Japan lost a lot of money their first year. Yep. So
and to the difference between another thing I would like for Rob, I might even message to someone. Another thing, a conversation I had with Lord Knight a while ago, because I love theory fighting with him. He's one of my favorite people to talk about shit like that. Mm-hmm. We were talking about how we were at season beatings, and I think Momochi, Infiltration. This is back when Infiltration was like okay at the game. Yeah, like Laugh was there. I don't know, remember that, like the OG Ryu.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah, they were both there. They weren't very good at the game, and Lord Knight was watching. He was like, man, they really can't beat us yet. And he was like, you know why? And he was like, why? I was like, because when Japan comes over here, there's like this stigma that they're supposed to win. You know what I mean? But for us, that gives us the advantage because we have that, like, the multiple moments that they're here, like traveling, coming over to visit us. We have the advantage because if we pull off that upset, we become legendary. And the people that did that were
K-Brad.
Yeah, it was K-Brad. It was Arturo in a couple times against Daigo. Jago.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Marn is like multiple examples of like American players or players that aren't from Japan, because I know what's the name? Marn is from Vietnam, right? But
no, mine's originally from here.
Oh yeah. But yeah, there's just multiple. Even Rob TV himself, he beat Itazan at Combo Breaker, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, nobody was ready for that result. That was like the upset, and that's what it should be. So if he thinks about it from like a different perspective, he kind of holds the advantage because no one expected him to win. So when he did, it was like, gasp. You know what I mean? So there's going to be multiple occasions over the course of his career, like just pretending back to his video. There's going to be multiple times in his career when he beats a Japanese player and he gets used to beating Japanese players. And I think that's a good like X factor to have in your gameplay. Because think about it. Do you really think that there's another Bison that Tokido trains against when he plays Problem X? Nope. Because that's the best Bison.
Yeah. And even if you look at the UK, like they have their problems with their FGC too. So it's like, again, everybody, it's just people. You know what I mean? Sure, we can divide ourselves by country or by coast or by, whatever you want to divide yourselves by. But at the end of the day, people are just people. Some people have the drive and the willpower to grind it out, and some people are willing to work with you and help you get better. And other people aren't. And no matter where you go, that's not going to change.
Not at all.
I feel like he was just there to play because for example, I'm not going to say the name, the person's name, but he came specifically because it was first Evo, just like I'm assuming Rob, that was his first Evo. Came there just to play. Drowned
and got
got really upset, and he didn't know what to do for the rest of the trip.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, that's a mentality you can't really have.
Yeah, so I guess when he went, he had that same mentality, and I guess
that mentality is just not healthy.
Yeah, but when he lost, he probably seen everybody else have fun. Or like, oh, no one's taking this seriously, you know. So I guess he just was really upset after he lost.
Well, you know,
so you're saying he overcast his expectations.
Well, you're here.
Honestly, I don't think it's so much that
you scared me.
Rip, yes and no, because when you first go to Evo, that you build this mental image in your head as far as exactly what Evo is.
That's real shit,
right?
And you think that like everybody's going to be there and super serious and grinding it out with international players and whatnot. But
that's how I sold my first Big E tournament.
Yeah, but it's not really like that. You know what I mean? You gotta have to. I don't want to say lower your expectations, but you have to realize that people are the same people. People are the same. You don't change into another nigga when you get off that plane in Las Vegas.
Yo, Shang Tsung?
Yeah, exactly. You don't shapeshift into Daigo Mark II when you like land in McCarran Airport. Like that's not how that works.
But who's spending all that money just to
go in there and
just to go and play a game, and then the rest of the weekend you don't know what to do? Who does it in Vegas?
Like people go to Vegas, and I think one of the reasons that Evo is so big, and the reason that the draw is so like huge there, isn't just because it's the biggest fighting game tournament, but it's also because it's in Vegas. Yep. People like to have fun. Most of the top players are degenerate gamblers.
I know Marn made a couple thousand.
Marn.
If you talk about what they made, you probably don't even want to see what they've lost over the years. But the point is, the vast majority of people who play games, they like playing games, not just video games, not just fighting games, but games in general. And Las Vegas is like a fucking mecca for people who want to play games for money. So
yes, they are.
Everybody going there.
People on my Twitter that were like, "Yo, I drowned in pools. I'm gonna go to a strip club." It's like that's what Vegas is.
I'm gonna go to the casino.
Go to the casino. Yep.
Yeah, there's so many things that people want to enjoy in Las Vegas. Nobody wants to drive nobody wants to fly all the way out there in that hot ass weather just to play Street Fighter or play Dragon Ball and then go home.
I'm not paying all that money to play Street Fighter. I'm sorry.
If Vegas was not a fun town, and if like Evo wasn't a fun event for me to actually go in there and like see people and go out to eat with them and go places with them and go gamble with them, I probably would not have I wouldn't have gone 7 years straight, like at all. I wouldn't go until but I wouldn't go until I was like, I knew.
He had to throw that out there. He had to.
Whatever. Anyway, but I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go there unless I was absolutely convinced that I had a shot at winning. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if it wasn't in Vegas,
drive yourself crazy if you were like that way.
Yeah, if it was in the middle of a desert and they have shit there to do but Evo, then I wouldn't go there until I knew I was beating Sonic Fox in sets. Shit. Like people go there to have fun, man, and that goes for international players too. Like Japanese players, when they come in, they don't come off the plane and all of a sudden they know English and they know you and they're willing to run sets with you and hang out. And they want to go see the casinos too. Like, come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did that shit too.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Daigo at a craps table with those cheerleaders. That'd have been funny as hell.
Yo, that would have been hilarious. Yeah. But like, I was chilling with like some Chinese players, I think like 2 years back. I was chilling with like the Chinese players at the craps tables, just throwing hundreds down, $100 chips on the pass line, just throwing them out there. Boy had a huge ass stack. I'm like, dog, you pretty much saved up all gear to come here and fuck Evo. You came to gamble and have fun in Vegas. So, like, I get that. Trust me, I get the frustrations. I know Rice know, Kenny know about the frustrations of your local FGC scene and the fact that the vast majority of people do not want to grind and actually get better. They just want to think they're good.
Don't even get me started.
Don't get me.
Like, we could write a fucking book on that kind of shit. But you got to realize that when those international players come over here, the only people that are coming over here for the most part are their best players.
Yes.
Yeah. That's it. You don't see the random scrub. You don't see the person who's just there to play on the little like kitty setup and say that he's the best in his local arcade until Daigo walk in. Like you don't see those people.
Nope.
Those people aren't coming out to Vegas. Only the people who are actually trying to compete on an international level come out there. It's not the same for America because the American players, we come out there to have to fucking party. Sure to compete, but also to party, to see the biggest fighting game tournament in the fucking world, which is an event in and of itself, and to chill in Vegas. And Vegas flights aren't that fucking expensive. Rice.
Shut up, nigga.
Vegas flights aren't that expensive. The hotels, like if you know how to get your hustle on, you can get a hotel for fairly cheap. And it's a huge event, and a lot of people use it just as an excuse to come see like their extended FGC family and to chill in Vegas with them. So you're not going to get the type of grind time you're looking for coming to Evo. Like that's just not going to happen. And the quicker people realize that, the better off they'll be.
Yep.
I like fighting games.
Me too. Me too. You know what I don't like though, Lamar?
At the end of the day,
bitchy.
You know what I like? At the end of the day, I like friendly competition and fighting games.
Okay. So does anybody have any closing remarks about the Rob PV video?
I think he'll change his mind. Well,
he'll understand.
He'll understand once he gets into the even higher tier.
Yeah, I think he have a different view. But yeah,
I would
like for his idea what we should do when doing sets. I do like it, but I just think his reasoning for having an idea was kind of biased. But
wait, what was his idea for running sets? I'm sorry.
Basically, like at the end of the set, like you talk to the person you was playing with and stuff like that.
Like communicate.
That's what we do in Tekken.
That's a very simple idea.
He's a Street Fighter player, so he's a Street Fighter player. He's not in the Tekken.
People already do that though.
But people, I was gonna say,
they ask questions. Yo, why am I keep getting bodied by that?
Well, apparently you don't see that.
Yeah, well, if the people in his area don't do that, that's a problem with the people in his area,
right?
But there are people who already do that, and those are the people with the drive and the willingness and the and the humility to say, "All right, I'm ass," or "All right, I keep getting bodied by this," and ask questions and humble themselves and go out there and ask questions to get better because they have the drive to get better. Not everybody has that drive.
You know what?
If I'm playing somebody and they're getting coached by 5 niggas, and then they ask me at the end of the day what they did wrong, I'm not helping them.
I mean, yeah.
But guess what? At the same token, if they're coaching that player, and you still beat them. You beat 5 niggas. You should be proud of yourself.
You just beat 5 people.
So the answer
and I'm not helping.
Don't listen to those 5 niggas.
No, we'll talk. I say
how do you punish that? I don't know. Get out my face.
I say that to a lot of people. Like, if
ask the 5
niggas. Ask your coaches.
Mother say, if you know somebody who's better than you, then like record the match on your PS4 or Xbox, save it, and show them like, yo, what am I doing wrong here?
Right.
Like Joe Commander, he like quick. When we have our local host sessions, he'll play you first to 5. He'll play you first to 5, and then he'll record the first to 3. Record the set. We go to share screen. You watch it. He'll pause whenever you like. What were you thinking right here? No, muscle memory. Stop that. That's not good. Right. Stop doing muscle memory bullshit. Like, okay.
But he won't necessarily do that for everybody. And
no,
he'll probably do it.
No, he did it for everybody.
Well,
but I understand what you're saying too. Though.
And even if everybody's that generous, not everybody is like that. You know what I mean? Like you have to. You can't hold anybody responsible for your improvement, but you.
Thank you.
I know that's.
But speaking of improvement and training, what's that next topic, Rice? What else we got? Keep it going.
We were out here for a while.
Basically training for like tournaments. And what
can I strike first blood on this?
Yes, you can.
It's gonna sound mean. I don't think I'm good at training because the game's a particular. Not that I don't know how to train. I know how to set certain scenarios up in training mode and stuff like that. But I can't tolerate current fighting games for more than an hour and a half without my blood pressure going up. Whether I'm winning or losing, it's something about Street Fighter V, my main game, that is like I get pissed off watching the game load up. because I know I'm gonna deal with some nutty
Yeah,
shit.
you continue to play it, my brother.
Yeah, I know. Shut the fuck up. But listen, the problem is online and offline are two different beasts, right? Like there's certain things we were talking about this earlier, right? So remember, like online can make you look like a fucking genius, and you know damn well you can beat that person offline, or vice versa, which is rare of the two because nobody gonna say see me on PSN. But regardless of that,
yo, somebody said that to me. I was
dying.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna talk about
We're not gonna talk about that.
That's why I said it's more rare. I've heard it before, and I shouldn't have, but I've heard it. But now, my training regimen, I'm gonna be honest with you, is very light. So Summer Jam's coming up next weekend, right? I might spend the Wednesday and Thursday and Friday of playing offline or online. I think the game offline is much more fun and much more productive because you're right there with the person and you'd be like, what the hell were you thinking when you did it? Kind of like what Lamar was talking about when he does with Joe. That it's just you sit there and be like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do that? Now, in terms of like training, like what do I do to prepare? Honestly, not much. Because it's not lazy. It's better to play offline the day before than a week beforehand is playing strictly online. You develop bad habits, you get frustrated quicker, you have nobody to ask questions about because you know you playing against a 3-bar Cammy and they going wild. Shit. You know what I mean? You don't learn anything from that. So a lot of the times you have to before you get to the event, I would say cut off online completely out your diet for a week. Unfortunately, I work every Wednesday, so I can't go to the local host sessions, but I think that'd be a lot better and much more productive. But again, I have work. The last thing that I would recommend for everybody, make sure you're comfortable with the stick you're going to bring to the venue. Because I forgot what turn it was like 2-3 years ago. I used somebody's stick and it was all greasy and oily from their hands. I was like, ugh. So I lost, but I was like, you can have this back. So just make sure you have your stick ready. You got your buttons you need, your stick. Your joystick is all properly leveled and all that bullshit. And yeah, don't ever think that you don't need your own stick. Because I don't get me wrong, someone asking to borrow your stick is common courtesy, and you can definitely say no. Don't get me wrong, it's a rare occasion, but you don't have to give someone your stick. I think that's all I got. So somebody else take the wheel.
Okay, so
pools.
Anyway, schedule. So anyway, as far as training is concerned, I will say that you have to find the style that works for you. Different things work for different people. Like Kenny can't stand online. Punk is just a fucking online master who did nothing but net play for like years and then he blew up on the scene. So you definitely have to find out what works for you. What I personally do, well, nowadays I'm more watching videos and trying to steal tech.
Damn it.
Yep. I ain't
swiper, no swiping.
I ain't too proud to. I'm not too proud to admit it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I would.
I try to.
You got to.
I try to research stuff. Steal tech. There's normally a Discord for your character for whatever game you're trying to play.
Nowadays, especially, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So like. Now. Outside information is plentiful, and I've never been like the kind of lab monster that really I kind of wish I was. Than that other players, like other top players, like Sonic Fox are. Like my strength has always been in actually playing other people, and learning tech that I see, not so much going over situations and developing tech myself. Which is something that I definitely do need to get better at, but
it's an acquired taste.
But I haven't really had like the time or the motivation to do something like that. So when I'm actually, really trying to grind out, I'll probably be working on that. But for someone like me, watching your match videos, watching other people's match videos, trying to put yourself in that player's shoes, thinking, oh, why did this person do what he did? What should that person have done differently? Will help you when you're actually in a match and you find yourself in a similar kind of situation. Always practice your combos. And one thing I will say that I think a lot of players overlook because they always get in there and try to do, some flashy max damage combo or some, super hard execution Sako combo or all that shit. And that's what you grind out and that's what you practice. Practice your bread and butters, like your basic shit.
Yep. Kingdom Hearts, simple and clean.
Practice your simple shit, because when shit ain't working out for you, when your timing is just off, when you went for that flashy combo a couple times and you dropped it like every time and left your opponent alive and potentially paid for that shit, having a nice handy dandy simple combo will do wonders just to whip that out when you need it, and you can always just fall back on that if your execution isn't on point at the time, because nobody's execution is perfect all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of players overlook that, and that's definitely something you should work on. Also, I don't do it myself, and I need to, but look up a tutorial on how to use training mode. I mean, it sounds funny that you have to like train on how to use training mode, but
I was actually just looking at one too. That's crazy.
But it's really important because you want to do like really common situations. Like, right now I'm a Dragon Ball player, so I actually should go into training mode and set the computer to do certain things, like randomly super dash at me, randomly air dash at me, if there's a certain pressure string that you have trouble blocking, try to find a video of it, then try to recreate it, and then actually practice what you're going to do to defend it. Because the other thing that a lot of players don't practice enough, myself included, is their defense. Like, it's easy to practice your combos and what you do when you get the hit, but it's a lot harder to practice what you're going to do when you got to sit there and block for 10 seconds.
Yep.
So
another thing I missed on, I didn't mean to cut you off, but nowadays, especially in Street Fighter 5, there are compilation videos of like high level players with certain characters playing online. There are certain things like I guess the point is to keep an open mind about how your character works and like open to new ideas and playing completely differently. Because there are like 3 to 4 things that Problem X has been doing with Bison I didn't even know he could fucking do. So it's like you might see something, you might master your character, and you see something that someone else is doing, and you never used a day in your life. So yeah,
watch your videos, still tech, practice, practice all aspects.
I want to say one more thing. Get in the mindset of if you lose, don't just go upstairs. Or don't just run away. It sounds real talk.
Don't just unplug your stick and leave.
Don't just unplug your stick and leave. No, in all seriousness, it sounds like very just like random, but at the same time, you have to. It's like, oh, but there's always casuals, because there literally is. Like, sit down and like learn. Like, sit down and play.
It's the best time to grind it out.
Like, best time, like it's the best time, because everyone is literally at their highest competitive level. So if you lose, don't sit back and go, "Oh, I'm never doing this again." Like, no, just keep going. You're gonna lose. You're gonna go 0-2. You're gonna.
Everybody goes.
You're
on
not gonna. Yeah, like, we need out of 400 people.
It only happened to me once.
Out of 400 people, we need 150
now learning
people.
New character, nigga.
Out of 400 people, 150 people are gonna go 0-2. Almost. I think a little more. My math is messed up. But like,
you said out of 400 people?
Out of 400 people, like 200 or 150
100 people.
100 people? Yeah, 100 people are going to go 0-2.
I'm about to say within the first half hour.
Yeah, within the first half hour, if it's all just one bracket.
Yeah.
So
Lamar, just to give you like some quick math there, out of any number of in the double elimination tournament, out of any number of people, a quarter of them go 0-2. Exactly 25%.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not. Don't let yourself get down. Don't beat yourself up because you.
Don't beat yourself up if you're in that last 25%.
If you're in that last 25%,
you're in the bottom 25%.
You are more than a number.
You're more than.
You just in the bottom percentile.
Does anybody remember their first tournament?
Yes.
Charity fights for me. I didn't go 0-2.
My first tournament was at a Comic-Con. Well, my first tournament, Street Fighter 4.
My first tournament was a launch party for the concert version, and I played Vanilla Guile. But God bless my soul, I think it sucked.
First major, or first tournament?
First tournament.
Actually, no, my first tournament was the GameStop joint when Street Fighter 4 is first.
That was your first tournament?
Yeah.
Wow, I feel old. That was 2000. That was 10 years ago. Holy shit.
Wait a minute.
That was actually 10 years ago.
Real quick. Are you talking
that was my first tournament?
First fighting game tournament.
Yeah. Your first L at your first tournament.
My first L and my
playing
first
competitively, man.
I mean, yeah, I'm talking about in the actual competitive scene, not like
competitive scene,
not like your fucking anime club.
No.
The competitive radio station. Radio station came to my park when I was like 12, and they had a fight night tournament, and I was like, I made the grand finals, and then I lost due to the fact that they didn't want to see Muhammad Ali versus Muhammad Ali no more. So
wow.
No, but I tell you, I was going through people because this one dude was like, "No, I'm gonna pick somebody different." All right, I picked Muhammad Ali. I don't care.
How do we get on this? Yo, fuck you, Riff.
But anyway,
Riff do be asking like the mystery questions.
No, but first
mystery, nigga.
Temple. First tournament.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, dude, I wasn't. I got introduced to this stuff really weird. Sorry, right?
Asshole.
Yo.
Winter Brawl 9.
So who did y'all first lose to then?
Oh, my first loss? I lost to some Balrog player talking shit. I'm like, dude, I don't play on pad.
You know what's funny?
Yeah, actually, I lost to a Balrog too in round 2. I won round 1. And then
you know who I lost
to?
I lost to Dominion.
Oh no way!
Yo, y'all remember Andy G?
Yo, I haven't
heard that.
Andy Garrett.
Andy G.
His first tournament loss was to me, actually.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, the only reason I know that is because every time I ran into him at Evo. He never lets me forget it, yo. Shout outs to him, man. That's my man.
He live in Cali now, right?
Do you remember the first person you beat in tournament? I'm sorry.
I don't remember.
My coworker, but I beat Kyle over Zach's house in Vanilla Street.
Yo, I remember when I actually used to lose to Kyle, and then I didn't. It was funny.
Oh god.
Oh my god. He was so upset when he first lost to me, and then after that, like a good 5 times later, he just looked defeated every time he had to fight me. He wouldn't even we wouldn't even play yet. He already looked defeated.
I'm so sorry if he's watching this. Oh shit.
Whatever. Don't worry about it, Kyle. I'll add you to ST. And
I don't remember.
I do remember when I beat Holland. I beat him at the arcade, and he was like, "That was ultra. That was ultra. That was ultra." He said like 3 times. I was like, "Oh,
yo!" I was so upset, yo, because I had that one.
I never seen you genuinely upset, but you looked over me. You were like, "Yo, man, that was ultra." I'm like, "Oh,
that was ultra." I mean, I was just sad it didn't come out, but
I don't remember.
I'd be like, "You so looking at
before your time."
No, I don't.
I was looking at you like unfortunate, but blue.
Yeah, I know, asshole.
Yo.
Fuck
for you. And your headband. I'm hollering. Hashtag.
Oh, yeah.
Headband hollering.
I think the earliest I can go for wins. I think the earliest I can go back is Avery. When I finally beat Avery and got past round 1.
I remember when I won my first. I posted about it on Twitter. The first thing I did when I won my first local is I called my mom. I was like, "Mom, I did it," and she was like, "What?" I don't know. It's just the lamest. I was the lamest nigga ever. Yo, the first person I called.
What was my first fucking tournament?
You never won a local shot, Bryce.
Huh?
Right, you've never won a tournament.
I won one.
She won.
I won one for the fucking game I hate.
Street Fighter 5.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, I guess before the now that I think about it, before the GameStop tournaments, I played in some Temple tournaments and stuff like that. But I don't even really count those. We weren't even FGC back then, for real.
Nope. Shit, I remember I felt like I was a WWE superstar because I was the first person to do or second person to do something. I won Street Fighter and Marvel.
But yeah, this was even before you started coming around the Temple tournaments, Kenny. Like,
yeah, I remember
it was like mostly people who actually went to Temple was at Temple tournaments.
It was like 2007, 2006 type shit.
Yeah, that kind of shit, and it was kind of a continuation of like playing of when we used to play video games at like Central High School.
Yeah.
But you know, where I was going to high school, but I don't really count those as like, you know, actual tournaments.
Sanctioned
really
tournaments, yeah,
they really just pick up and, you know, whatever. Like the first time like it was an actual organized tournament was the GameStop tournament. And
no, man, you still got to count those Nidhogg tournaments because I commentated those.
Oh my god,
that wasn't until after Street Fighter came out.
I know, but that game was godlike. I love Nidhogg.
But you know, I'm talking about like before there was a stream, before there was like any.
Oh
we
yeah,
were just like a collection of
niggas.
Fucking, we was a collection anime hood niggas and, you know, anime hood Asians, and basically that like playing the random ass video games, and we would just play each other. Cool. And Pooh was like, right. Yeah, random ass tournament.
All right.
Before we move to Summer Jam real quick, who was one of your demons or somebody you always played in the tournament magically?
What is this random shit?
I just want to say this real quick.
Call Phil and Holland.
Huh? His name was
every tournament, me and you used to always play each other. That shit was drawing.
Well, I mean, yo, like if you named somebody other than me, I'd have been offended.
Now, besides you, I always played Shine for some fucking reason.
So for me, it's literally any single one of y'all who are in this podcast right now, and Brockies.
I wouldn't say we were your demons.
No. Well, first it was literally like the idea of, see, I'm the conqueror kind of person. So I'm the kind of person where I'll look at a mountain and go, all right, let's try this again, and then get my ass to the top of this thing one way or another.
Bronze.
Yeah.
Yo,
and so yeah, he can't help it. No, what ended up happening with this stuff, it was like whenever I had to fight y'all, I'd be like, oh my god, this is so annoying. I was just
But no, a demon is like somebody you generally run into and fall to all the time, though. I don't think any of us really run into you that often.
I know I'm somebody's demon. I ain't gonna say names.
I never played you, Lamar.
I ain't gonna say names, but I know I'm somebody's Akuma.
I mean, I will.
Go ahead.
You won't.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Wait, what?
We airing people out. Person I always ran into was always Little Vic for me, which was pretty much Chun-Li. So
I do remember when you had to play him and you played Makoto on stream. I remember that.
Yo, I got fucking destroyed.
You did not have to say it like that.
Hey man, I got to be honest about it. I mean,
I understand.
You saying your sight's pretty high for a demon? God damn.
No, I always played him at every.
You always played him at every.
No, he dead ass played him a while.
All the time.
That's crazy.
Yep.
It was either first round or I made it to stream and then I got my ass beat.
You know,
I remember one time, and then they played at Copa another time. I was like, "What?"
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, Rift is actually right. They played it like Copa, Summer Jam. I think it was Winter Brawl.
They just had to play all the time, huh?
Yeah, definitely. He ain't bullshitting.
That's crazy.
Okay, for a local area, then Joe.
So
currently playing.
Nigga, not my fault. You can't get past the Chun-Li.
You would just
can't get past the top tier Chun-Li.
Oh, not even top tier.
Shade.
No, top
tier. He meant somebody that's good at Chun-Li, not you.
I'm giving the respect to Rice, yeah.
But you never fought Rice in tournament.
Yeah, I have.
Who have I fought?
Oh wait, you fought me one time in tournament. Yeah, that was kind of rough, bro.
Believe it or not, my demon back in the day used to be fucking Chaos.
Yeah, I remember that actually.
Oh my god, it was either him or Steve. I had to play against all the time.
Marvel bullshit and Street Fighter. It was always those two.
It was always a Street Fighter to play Chaos because his Ken and Nakuma are so good. I always had to play. I felt like I was in the grand finals of a major every time I played Chaos. He's too clean.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I remember when I beat fucking Doc, I was so happy.
Hell yeah, that nigga hard to beat. Have you noticed this thing is he texts every throw?
Yup.
Yo, yeah.
That's like his.
That's the worst.
I be taking my time with my shimmies too. Kid is ready. I'm like,
I know y'all wasn't really paying attention to me. Who was my rule? I don't know who my demon. I was so ass at Street Fighter 4. I don't know who my demon was.
I mean, and for Lamar, you kind of lost to everybody.
Yeah, real talk. No, he's right. I didn't learn how to play the game better until like mid ultra.
until you started hanging out with us.
Yeah, like I really didn't get mid ultra.
he says those to everybody.
It was here's what it was. It was I couldn't beat Avery. Then I learned how to beat Avery on my own. And then all right, cool. And then I started hanging out with Shaw, and then I started consistently getting like 5th and fucking 4th at Temple. But then again, it was like 10 to 9 motherfuckers there. So I'm beating 3 people and then running into one of y'all. So it was just like, cool, that's fun.
And Lamar, I got a video for you.
Okay. But yeah, so if I can give it to anybody, it has to be, I guess, Kyle.
Ew.
Yeah, it's the one he's the only person I couldn't beat. Who it was kind of like back and forth, but I can't beat him.
Yeah, that's my same issue is Conda.
Yo,
I have a Honda problem. It's not even a Kyle problem. It's a Honda
problem. Funny thing is, Kyle was one of Rice's demons. I mean, not just because because another thing about a demon is that's somebody that just like has your number, even though y'all are at like comparable skill levels. This person just got you all the fucking time, and it's like I would say Rice was better than Kyle. Or at least I thought he was better than Kyle, but Rice would prove me wrong every time.
You know what's funny though?
I had a Honda problem. It wasn't even him.
Now that I'm respectable and Tekken, I'm people's demons, and it's just really weird because I'm like, I don't know if you're my friend or you're just keeping me close so you can beat me one day.
But yo, my demon though for the longest, it was so fitting. Because my demon was always demon. Yo. I would have to fight him second round, like every fucking tournament. And Uncle Blanca would always come bite my ass, and it'd be fucking over. He was my demon for the longest, yo. That shit was the worst. I mean, I eventually overcame him. But like at that point, like he didn't even care about the game no more. So didn't even feel like a victory. Like he was. Well, no, I mean it made me feel like cool. I'm like I'm up there as like one of the best Ultra Street Fighter 4 players in Philly. But I'm like cool. I'm on my way. But still, for the longest time, it took me so long to beat him. Actually, the entire clubhouse was just a fucking a demon's den. For me. Like that shit was so fucking dry. It took me so long to beat any of them because they would play me so fucking lame all the time.
Lame ass motherfuckers for real.
Got a fucking nerve.
I remember when
Rice said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yo, they more lame than me. Get the fuck out of here.
My favorite Pokemon Palace story though is the day I was beating Rice to the point he got frustrated. Because I was like, "Wow, I'm actually getting the hang of this whole thing," and then Rice just getting more and more frustrated. Bullshit! You beat me Viper any other time, so you were literally like,
"But nigga, it's a 7-3 matchup."
I remember beating Julian at Apex. That was like the first time I beat Julian too, and it was on stream. That shit was the best.
I need
like having a demon is fucking rough, but there's no better feeling when you finally overcome your demon.
Besides my local demon, I would say like literally any player from New York is a fucking boss battle for me.
Maryland.
I had to play Dominion one time. I was like, yo, this nigga is Call of Duty lame. He don't move. I mean, he's fighting a turret. Like he's can't be lame.
He said he's Call of Duty lame.
Call of Duty.
He a camper, yo.
Yo, the hardest people to beat were the people that brick wall you in Street Fighter 4. Just like straight like Tiger Warfare or Sonic Boom time.
Yo, man, that's Bri.
Oh yeah, fucking Sanford was bad for me too.
Sanford, yeah.
You know what? I've never played Sanford in tournament.
I have twice.
I never played Sanford in tournament.
And it was rough.
Yeah. I played Justin one time in tournament. That was cool.
I mean, I played Coach. He's super fucking hard to beat. But
I remember my first time beating Coach. Yes.
Yeah, I do too. That shit is difficult.
Blanca.
Ugh.
I think I only ever beat Coach.
You know what? In terms of Blancas, though, I think Hayo's Blanca was cheaper with that fucking nearly unblockable Ultra One. He always try to hit people with.
Yo, I got to a point. I got hit with that so many fucking times. I actually.
That didn't even sound like a fight.
Triggered.
No, I'm just saying I got hit with that.
Triggered the shit out of you.
I got hit with that so many times that I stopped getting hit by it.
Yeah.
I don't even know how I was blocking it, but I was blocking it.
Yeah, just the blessing, the headband guys shined upon Holland's Ryu.
Yo, Hill didn't even know what side it was on, but I was blocking it. And I was like, yo, you blocked that? And I'm like, yeah, I don't even know how I did that.
The real mix-up is...
Because I got hit with it so many times, I just stopped getting hit.
That's my favorite thing. The real mix-up is when the person who's doing the mix-up don't even know which way to go. I don't know.
Yo,
literally, because he'll tell you after he hits you or he doesn't hit you with it. I'll be like, yo, what side is on? He'll be like, I don't fucking know. He's not saying it to troll you. He genuinely doesn't know.
That is the Coach Classic, yo.
That's how you know.
I don't know.
That's the Coach Classic. He will hit you like, yo, how'd I get hit by that? I don't know. What you mean you don't know?
The face he makes it funny. Like I know he's just like, oh.
Just all I see is a head shaking and shoulder shrugging. Just go.
It's like when I try blocking both ways. Like
what do you mean? Oh. But no, let's move on. Summer Jam.
All right, so yeah, Summer Jam next week.
Yo, how about this? Speaking of Tekken, because we started this off with Tekken. Tekken is Summer Jam. Bruh.
Oh my
god.
This shit is a Masters event. We got JDCR, we got Jung Ding, whatever his name is. But
Husky Hooney.
Huh?
Husky Hooney.
Husky Hooney.
Yeah, we got Husky Hooney. Yeah, that is Husky Hooney. But yeah, there are so many people coming through.
Everybody's like coming
for Summer Jam.
I'm gonna meet so many people and then just go like this. Damn, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Have fun, Lamar.
Are you gonna be like the episode of Family Guy where Peter met Kiss for the first one? He's like, "You are gods."
I'm not gonna do that. No. I think when I see JDCR, I'm gonna be like this. All right, so how bad do you want Armor King?
Hi, man, Dark.
Yeah,
I feel like
just the sheer number of names that are coming through.
Got a little Majin coming, Mr. Shiny Beard.
Yo, I gotta go to the barber. I gotta make sure my shit.
I gotta shake his
so pressed beard.
That's right.
People everywhere.
Shea butter beard.
No, but in all honesty, it's a very intimidating bracket.
Yeah, this
is pork chop coming?
Yeah, pork chop
coming. That's all I want. It's not a turkey tournament.
It's a double point event, man. They all gonna be there.
Y'all can't see me, but I'm doing the lean back shit he does in this shit.
He's doing a rock.
Coming.
Yep.
You know what's weird too? I adopted that shit by accident. Like when it's like all around, I just lean forward.
Like, man, I hope Kunans is coming because he's actually my favorite Tekken player.
Really?
He's not. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, out of like all the active players right now, I mean, I don't see Knee very often anymore, and I don't think he plays.
He's coming.
Any Geese.
He plays the Mishimas anymore.
Yeah, any Geese player is my favorite player.
I think he did that just to beat John Dang. I mean, just to beat Kudons. He played Lily just to beat Kudons.
The minute I see Geese Howard, I get hype. I'm sorry.
I'll let you talk to Soft and Wet. Then he's cool people.
I know Soft and Wet.
Yeah, then that's literally the best Geese player in my personal opinion right now.
Wait, Jimmy J. Tran coming?
Yep.
Yo, so many people are coming. Yo,
dude, it's August, like late August. They're trying to hurry to get points before, like, they run out of time.
One of the last Masters events. But yep. So mad people are coming through. Tekken is going to definitely be a treat to watch. It is going to be on prime time.
What?
Sunday.
Yep, prime time. Yep.
Prime time. Bedtime.
I was going to work. All right.
You ain't going nowhere.
You call it off, nigga.
Well, Dragon Ball might be open this weekend since Sonic Fox ain't coming.
Yeah, Sonic Fox has to move into his freaking college norm this weekend. So
that's why people get a chance.
People have a chance.
So people,
you know what's funny?
So I know Chris G's.
It's a shame though, because I wanted to see my man's Dom.
Right.
You know what though? Think about this though. He's paying for college out of pocket.
Oh yeah.
He can kind of do that.
He can do that because of the amount of tournaments he won.
Go, all right, cool.
That man has won like a CEO salary amount in fighting games.
They said that back in like 2016 or 15. He's like, yeah, Sonic Fox has won almost $200,000 worth of tournaments.
Yeah,
and that was back then. So
we were like,
now
he's won even more now.
So
yeah, like, damn.
But yeah, so he definitely couldn't pay for college out of pocket.
Come to think of it, he was in high school.
Yeah, he was in high school then. But yeah, if I was him, I definitely would have got a scholarship anyway. But hey, if you got it like that,
you got it.
Yeah, Summer Jam next weekend. We're all
also
gonna
a
be
ranking event for Street Fighter too. So
yeah, whatever. Wow. Omega Squad will be there to the fullest.
Yep, we all gonna be in the building.
We're gonna try to sneak Silverback out the house.
Yo.
Yeah, man, we need our freaking support.
Oh man,
I'm the support.
And I know Mr. Tight Vest, Shiny Chest,
Silverback support. No, I don't mean support player. I mean like freaking, like fucking radio support, tech support.
He's like, I'm the support.
Where Tight Vest, Shiny Chest at?
Nigga, go heal something.
Where Yusuf at? Yusuf, I was saying Tight Vest, Shiny Chest gonna be there.
Who gonna be there? Me?
You.
Oh.
God.
Right.
Wrong with
My
you?
bad. I'm late to the game. My bad.
See, man, you never know what you get out of this boy, man.
What we get?
Man, it's Yusuf.
I want Tasty Steve on the house, mate.
Y'all was going memory lane. I ain't want to interrupt.
Oh yeah,
man, you ain't even talk about what your demon was.
Yeah,
my demon in 4.
In general.
The
white man.
I plead the fifth.
No, for real though. Who's your demon?
In games?
Hey, yeah, fighting games.
Yeah.
Oh, and 4, my demon was DP to Hadoukens. That was my demon.
So me,
I hated. No, it wasn't just you. It was just general. I just hated it.
a demon is like a player though. Like
DP supremacy.
You always run into and then lose.
DP supremacy.
Yeah, honestly, DP supremacy is my biggest complaint. I think I started saying. I think I made that up on the spot.
Yo, you made that up after getting hit by me. Like I show you FADC.
Yeah, it started off with Holland, and I was like, all right, you know what?
He was just like fucking
this
DP
is
supremacy.
DP supremacy because there's no way that should exist. It worked every time.
But yeah, that happened in Ultra, and then 5 came out, and I would hit you with DP.
DP supremacy was really live. And 5, Vanilla 5 was DP supremacy for real, and then they nerfed it, and I actually joked about it. I actually joked about them nerfing DP supremacy, and they did. So I was rolling.
Did you ever watch Rice and Holland fight before?
Yeah.
Oh my, if you watch videos,
you don't know the hilarity of watching Rice just walk into a DP. I'm not talking like
I'm not gonna walk into it.
I'm not talking about he was in the air. I'm talking about both of them had their feet planted on the floor. And Holland was just doing shit you can out of nowhere.
Sometimes I used to watch Rice and Holland play. I just didn't understand the shit he was getting by. Sometimes I was like, maybe you just have a natural born bad luck versus Holland. Because I was like, the shit you was getting hit by didn't even make sense.
I mean, it's not that. Like, I feel like the magician where you're on fucking fullest where you have to actually like know the fucking trick and it looks like magic to everybody else. The whole deal was just that I played Rice for so long that I knew his patterns. So just like how if Rice would not play me but watch me, where he could be calm and not think about what he was going to do, but actually watch what I'm doing.
What you think?
I predicted everything.
9 times out of 10, he would be able to just say exactly what I was going to do right when I did it. He's like, oh, he gonna assure you. He gonna look for a fireball. He would be sitting there in the fucking peanut gallery just calling my shots for me. And he was right 90% of the time.
You know what,
man? I watched Rice try so hard. This is when the DP supremacy was real live. I watched Rice try his best not to get hit.
And he would get hit
only to finally make a move. And bop! Oh!
Dog. So I would literally sit there for like a good 5 seconds.
And he was like, all right, he ain't going DP. Bop!
And I literally slightly move forward and I get DP. Like what?
That nigga moved a toe. Bop! I was like, all right.
It's the same thing. Like, just if Rice was calm and watching me, he would be able to call what I would do 90% of the time. But when we would play, he would never be calm and watching me. I would be watching him. And you know what he's going to do 90% of the time.
You know what's interesting?
My favorite character to fight online was Turtle Giles. It's the funniest shit ever.
Of course.
But it was so funny because they tried their best.
Oh, and then just get hit with the one jump in and then lose.
I just grab them every time. And like they try to turtle and then they finally DP and then that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man. But all right, back to Summer Jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
we got plenty of games. Apparently, I have an arsenal of niggas this time.
Yeah, my first Summer Jam was when I was trying to play Arcane of Hearts and got hit with a really
he got
hard lesson.
Yo, that was his demon right there.
That's a real. I learned something hard that day.
Yusuf's demon was in Arcana Heart. He never even played the nigga, and that person made him quit the game.
I just dropped out.
His demon.
I was like, I refuse. I'm not doing it.
He made him quit the game without even playing him. That's like the most OP demon I've ever heard of.
It's gonna now. What's up with all these Street Fighter Alpha tournaments?
Well, we got Alpha 2, Alpha 3. They free entry. If you didn't sign up already, then you shit out of luck. You are completely ass out because we will not be having on site for the
free games
at all. But yeah, you know, it should be a fun time. I will be there. # wash your ass.
It's weird that Cross Tekken actually met its cap. It was kind of weird.
Also, free tournament.
Huh. Okay.
Cross Tekken was good.
But yeah, and also one more thing about Summer Jam that I gotta bring up. We done talked about Tekken. We done talked about the good. Hopefully there is no bad, but now we gotta talk about the ugly.
Uh-oh.
Why Marvel Infinite got like 15 people?
Wow, seriously?
Yes.
That's kind of depressing.
Dead ass. Marvel 3 has like 22. Infinite has like 15. What the fuck?
Wowie zowie.
Let me look right now. Hold on.
Well, yeah. Let me get these
16.
These numbers.
16 for Infinite. And
what he do?
drum roll, please.
And Marvel 3 has
23.
Damn. That was up from what I thought. But still, that's just fucking sad. Obviously, Evo dropped Marvel Infinite for a reason. It's looking like we might have to follow suit because god damn. That's fucking bad.
Dead meat.
This game hadn't even been out a year, has it?
Nope. Oh no, no, it's going on a year.
Yeah, it hasn't been out a year. Holy
you know what's crazy? KOF got the same amount.
Yeah, and that's KOF, dog. Like KOF never has huge numbers.
Nope.
And has been out for a long ass time. Oh man, and yeah, the other thing is, we got Soul Calibur 6 too. So if you didn't sign up, you can drop that stiff 80 at the door.
Stiff 80.
Or you can get a spectator pass and try to play casuals. Good luck with that. But yeah, Soul Calibur 6 will apparently be in the building. Should be a good time.
Wait. That's the door fee and that's the game fee and venue fee.
No, that's just the venue
No,
fee,
that's
bro.
the venue fee.
Nigga.
That's why you pre-reg.
That's why you yeah.
But yeah, anybody who is tight about that $80 fee, take this as a lesson. Always pre-reg for our tournaments. It's just better. It's better for everybody.
Oh man, I remember when pre-reg fee was only like $30 and a venue fee was only like $30.
You go with that back in my day.
This ain't back in your day no more, old man. Like
that was about 10 years ago, bro.
Hey, the Cold War is over, brother.
Like you know how many do you have any idea the amount of people that we gotta take care of, that I had to build this arsenal of niggas to come run this tournament at this point? Like, it's ain't back in the day no more where it was easy and nobody really cared if we was 2 hours late. Them days.
Now if you a minute late,
you
15 minutes on
late.
social media.
On social media. Like, you 15 minutes late, they bitching on social media. So yeah, so this is just a lesson to everybody. Pre-reg, it just makes it easier for everybody, and you pay less money. There's no reason not to.
We've been going on for almost 2 hours.
All right. Anyway,
well, that was it any damn way, nigga, and it has not even been 2 hours. Fucking jackass.
They may start like 8:45.
No, we started almost at 9.
I thought it was 8:45.
See, there you go, nigga.
But anyway, I mean, anybody else got anything to say about Summer Jam?
I should.
That's more for
that can't be stated enough.
Not really. I think everyone should get the warrants by now. I hope. Never mind, I can't say names on here.
Nigga, who said you couldn't?
I don't know the nigga name. I just call him Thor.
I mean, we're gonna see Big E get a sponsorship by Dove.
Yeah, that was that nigga
Okay.
Wait, what happened? I didn't hear him. What you say?
Don't say nothing.
Okay,
Don't say nothing.
that could be off the air.
Wait, what did he say? What did you say, Riff?
Troy
Slap
Oh, see, I wasn't gonna say all that. See, y'all cold.
Yeah, so stop. Move on. Shut up.
Okay, yeah, let's move on. Anyway, so
Shit.
Final
thoughts, Riff, since you hardly ever show up.
Yeah, why you gonna throw me under the bus like that?
Right,
big nigga, Riff nigga, don't ever be here, nigga.
Just know when I show up, just know that God has blessed you. Like,
please.
Oh shit.
Nah, nigga, when you show up, it's a big rift.
We're gonna pretend that was clever.
But you gonna stop hating,
guys? I just got.
Nigga, I said Riff.
Wait. This is an emergency announcement.
No,
it is. I promise. Official SpongeBob anime announcement today. Yeah!
Bye, Yusuf.
I should kick you right now.
Get out.
Yeah, this shit gonna be lit.
Get the fuck out.
Y'all know y'all seen it.
Get the fuck out.
Y'all think I'm joking? Okay.
Bye, Yusuf.
Y'all not taking this seriously. It's okay.
all right, here we go. Play the game you want to play. Practice. Train for your actual tournament. Go in there, ask questions when you lose.
Play Marvel Infinite by yourself.
And most importantly, have fun, kids.
Kids.
Yo, bring your ass to the fucking tournament.
I mean, I could say that.
How about that shit?
Nigga, you. Never mind.
Yo, this shit gonna be lit.
Yeah, I'll come.
Next.
Yeah, sure you are. Anyway, since Yusuf already did his outro,
I did.
Yeah, you don't get nothing to say after that.
What?
I bet Lamar.
Did y'all niggas even see it?
No, fuck that shit.
Oh, then you biased, nigga. You wildin'. That shit crazy.
Anyway,
Oh my god, nobody cares about fucking SpongeBob anime.
You don't care, nigga.
But after the podcast.
Lamar.
All right, so for everybody who's going to be at Summer Jam next week, try your best.
Hope after work, that's all.
Try it out. Real talk. Try your best. Make good decisions.
Fuck that.
And you get put in losers bracket, make better decisions. And then hold on. And then if you don't make it out of your pools, there's always a pool. You can just go out, go swimming.
Oh shit, we do got a pool.
Yeah, I didn't go. I didn't get to go last time.
Y'all at Cherry Hill, right?
Yeah, we're in Cherry Hill.
Yeah.
Much nicer venue, by the way. Pretty big venue.
Yeah.
But all things considered, just play your game. So if you want to play, Tekken, even though like all these big names, these are people. They're really smart people, but they're still people.
Man, if you want to play Street Fighter Tekken by yourself, go ahead.
And if you want to play Street Fighter Cross Tekken by yourself,
there's more people who cross Tekken.
You want to play
Cross Tekken free.
Go ahead, be my guest.
If you want, man, look, if you want to play ARMS, wait.
Yeah, with the other.
That's not a bad game, though.
You want to play ARMS? Go ahead. Rock out.
We almost didn't do that.
By yourself.
Fun fact.
You want to play Sailor Moon? By yourself?
Go
ahead. So be it.
Oh my god.
Watch Mercury shenanigans.
Ninja Turtles?
You got
by
it.
yourself?
By yourself?
Oh, which one are you talking about?
So be it.
You want to play footsies?
All right, who's next?
Go ahead.
Can they?
You want to play foot off?
Yeah, I'll see y'all next weekend. I might brush off my Cody, make Cody win his first major. We'll see.
You want to play Cody by yourself?
But yes, Summer Jam is next weekend. Make sure y'all enjoy yourselves. When y'all go all into, make sure to tell war stories in Rob's room, the best room. And yeah, I'll see y'all soon.
All right, Yusuf.
Nah,
Light it up.
Wait,
Nah, he done.
Light it up.
Do your damn outro, nigga.
I don't have one. I said my outro.
All right, next.
Bob Edman coming.
Holla.
Light it up. Light it up.
All right,
Light it up.
Fridays on Blast.
Oh yeah.
Because we got on Blast shows.
I thought it's Friday. It's Friday. I thought it was Saturday.
I don't know. Maybe actually
no, it is Saturday. It is
Saturday.
It's Saturday.
Whatever. All right, hey, with Summer Jam on Blast. Wash your ass. Don't make me DQ your ass.
What is that going to be about?
Marvel's trash.
Marvel trash. Nobody gets a pass.
Do y'all have any insight of what that On Blast show will be about?
Just like Jim Cross.
No clue.
Jump in the pool, make splash. Yeah, I mean. But
I
anyway,
think it's cold.
Anyway, yeah, there's not a whole lot to say. Hashtag wash your ass. Hashtag I'm Holland. OmegaSquad in the building. If you volunteering, then you need to be in the Summer Jam Discord.
Got them oils.
CDs, DVDs, MP3s, nigga, please. All right, we out.
Anyway, good night. See y'all next week. Stay thirsty.
Please don't.
Sight no.
Dehydrated niggas smell worse.
Stay hydrated for real, because being around a bunch of people and everything gets hot.
And because I don't want to hear no shit on Twitter or Reddit or any other dumb shit about y'all doing dumb shit. Want some dumb shit because you're thirsty. Bye.
Yo, let me finish.
Talking about some stay thirsty. That's how we get slop butt situations.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Good night. And see y'all next week.
No.
Drive it up.
Summer Jam.
What kind
and following week, obviously, for our podcast again. But yeah, see y'all.